Hey folks, welcome to chapter 12, step 2, updating the news ticker. Let's just jump in Dreamweaver, and we will, because we're working with a library component, probably heard before, we're going to open a page, preview it in our browser to start with. There we go, and I can also show you what we're going to be doing, and that is updating this news scroller right here. I like to have a page open in my browser and ready to preview. And then I like to go back to Dreamweaver, and then I like to open up the library component, make my changes, and then just jump back and forth between Dreamweaver and my previewed page, refreshing the page. You'll see this in a few seconds here. Okay, so let's open up the library and the news ticker and the news ticker.lbi page. This is just a straightforward bullet list with hyperlinked text. My suggestion when updating the news ticker is the amount of characters that you see in the demo, try not to exceed that. We've tried to create a news ticker that maybe it doesn't take up the full amount of space that's available, but it's pretty close. So if your sentence goes on and all the way across the page, it's not going to fit into the component very well because we've already pretty much sized it to its maximum width or the maximum amount of characters that you can use. Okay, so if this is what you see in the page here when you open it up, try to make sure that you don't go past whatever we've already put in there. Like, try and keep it to this number of characters or words. All right, and to make the change is pretty simple. You just select the text. This is my new text, and change it. As you can see, it's hyperlinked text. So down here in your properties panel, you can change the link for your news scroller because it's really designed to display a message, and that message will link or help drive traffic to certain pages within your site. So whatever the message happens to be, it could be a sale for a new product, it could be a new service. You can actually link that particular news ticker bullet list item, that sentence, whatever it is you've typed in there, to a page in your site. To add new lists, just put your cursor at the end of an existing, hit enter. This is my new list. So type what you want, select the text, and then use the link tool to link to a page in your site, just like so. And to remove a list item, my trick is to put my cursor in here. I don't like to grab and delete because that leaves little bits of code in the page eventually. What I like to do is use the quick tag selector bar down here. I put my cursor on what I want, the line that I want to remove. I find the A tag, and then I find the LI tag, and I click it. And then I press delete on my keyboard. So it's the probably the only LI tag you'll see when you select the text, but it's actually the in terms of relationship, it's the first LI tag from the right side of the page, or to the right of the A tag. So just click it and delete, and that's gone. Now save your changes. You'll get the update. Okay, it's updating the site. Cool. Now what we do is we jump right back over to our web editor, our browser, and we hit the refresh button. Okay, and there it is. There's the update. You can see it take effect. I suggest you preview it, click on it to make sure it takes you to the page in your site that you expected it to take you to. If all is good, go back to Dreamweaver and close the news ticker LBI page down. If it's not where you expected to, it's not what you wanted, you found a typo, you linked to the wrong page, now you can just hit the Control Z or Control Z button or make your changes, save it without having to go back through the process of digging through the library folder again to find that page.